Welcome to Schwermetallisch. This week I talked to the band Weird Tales. Weird Tales are a Polish doom metal band, and maybe we invented a new term for the kind of rock and metal they play, because they played cover versions of blues songs, and just check it out, have fun, and most important, stay safe.
Oh,
Hello.
okay. There they are again. Okay. Yeah. Weird Tales here on camera with me, and yeah, good morning from me. It's eight
Yeah, okay.
eight in
Good
the
afternoon.
morning. Oh yeah. Okay, so you have a new record coming out, Weird
Yep.
Tales. Y'all motherfuckers forgot about the good old son of bitching blues. That's a long title. Yeah, all motherfuckers forgot about good old son of a bitching blues. Yeah, that's in Germany we say Zungenbrecher, the tongue breaker. Say it 3 times in a row. Have fun with it. Yeah, blues. How come you decided to do a blues EP?
All right. So last summer I was chilling on the lake and listening a lot of Lenny Johnson stuff. So I saw the lyrics are super cool, and I just started to hear those lyrics in other arrangements. More like modern doom and stoner arrangements. And I came up with those riffs, but I didn't see the opportunity to like make something bigger from this. I just had the one song. So yeah, that was the idea about this one song. And then all the coronavirus stuff came. I started to listen to Delta Blues even more. And I like listened on repeat Hard Times Killing Floor Joe Blues by Skip James, and I realized that I want to hear those lyrics in another more heavy arrangements, more disparate ones. So I came up with another riff, and we made another song with lyrics from the old blueses, but with different arrangements. And then when I saw that we can do like the whole concept EP about it, so that's the time when I wanted to start work on it.
I always like the idea of rearranging music to fit the own goals. If you want a perfect example for rearranging music, it's Help from Deep Purple. They rearranged the song from the Beatles and made it a really slow and a really sad song, and that's fucking great. That's the first thing I ever heard that was rearranged. So yeah, blues is obviously has a big potential for stuff like that. How would you describe the music of Weird Tales to someone pretty new to the scene?
Maybe I'll take that
Oh
one.
yeah, you are new.
I'm pretty new. I'm pretty new for the band. Like I just came to you guys.
1 year.
Yeah, last year. So, and I'm coming from completely different background. I'm not doom stoner. I wanted to be kinda. I was always playing thrash, even like death metal, and I'm a drummer. So I was coming up to this like slow-paced music, and my idea was, okay, so Weird Tales, I checked them out before I came for the first rehearsal, and I was like, it's a little bit Black Sabbath. It has this weird thing, like, how would you call it? Furna Police record, kind of like Electric Wizard or stuff like that. I was like, okay, let's pick it up. But I must say, with the new EP, we're shifting a little bit.
Yeah, a lot.
I mean, quite a lot. I mean, we have bigger variety of tempos, even though we still call ourselves doom metal. We still have this acid approach sometimes, but
Acidic.
yeah.
Acidic.
But what we do with this, we pick it up the higher range, like faster paces, and we go even slower than before, I believe. it's also much more harsher. So I always try to label stuff. Guys hate me for that, but I'm saying like we play stoner acid doom metal, if that makes sense. I mean, with this, but we picked it up the blues, and I think that the blues is the roots for pretty much all the guitar music nowadays. So you can say blues doom with that record.
With that record, particularly, yes.
Yeah.
From the rest.
Well,
in this day and age, we always want to ship something, so it's Bloom.
Bloom, yeah.
Oh no, it's Bloom. It's
Yeah,
Play
well,
Bloom.
we're fans of the scene, so having fun like the glam metal guys, and we're playing Doom, so it's Gloom.
But it's already copyrighted, so you guys can use.
Yeah, there's still genres and subgenres not existing. How about epic glam?
Epic glam. Sounds epic, actually.
that's a good one. Wunderbar.
Big hair and guys in tight pants singing about fucking dragons.
Even bigger. Isn't that a Manowar or something?
Yeah, depends on the vocalist, I think. Can be death metal. Yeah, epic, death, gloom, boom. I don't know.
Gloom, boom.
How would you describe the new EP? What do you think?
I inventing words is some hobby for me. So how about hardcore blues?
Hardcore blues sounds good. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, or I thought about what's the chemical reaction when acid heat hits metal.
It's oxidating, sir.
Yeah, oxidated doom maybe.
Corroding. It's corroding.
Corroded Doom.
Just cram everything together. So yeah, I'm of course there is blues I dig. There's blues I never heard of. Much of it is stuff I never heard of because I'm listening to so much rock and metal and doom and yeah, nowadays even grunge and stoner stuff. So if I engage even more in listening to music and add genres like blues and jazz, I will have to quit work. It's the day has not enough hours to listen to music. It's it's sad, but yeah.
Too many cool stuff out there.
Definitely.
I guess we need more lockdowns.
No. We need less work. That would be brilliant. Just 6 hours of work for every person on this planet. No more than 4 days a week, and yeah, and the rich people just add to the I don't know how it's what's the word for it, but in Germany it's like if you don't work but still get money, and it's like we're working on concepts to assure that people don't have the minimum. It's like it's
Social payments, something like this.
yeah, kind of social payments, but state-wise, like it's not a shame anymore. that would be the concept. That would be to support everyone who is not able to work and stuff like that, and everyone would be have about 1,000 or 1,200 euros in our country, of course, and so that would be pretty cool, because I think mentally it's just wrong for people to expect or for our our social structures are like you have to grind. You have to grind yourself to death. You have to burn out in order to earn money or status, and I think that's just really bad for us mentally, to just define ourselves through working ourselves to death. And that's what is pretty much in Germany. It's like you have to work, and if you don't have enough money, people always say, yeah, because you don't work hard enough, and that's bullshit.
Well,
Because-
hard is here and everywhere you go.
Yeah, that's a narrative. That's the old white man narrative of the boomer generation, telling you if you're not successive, if you don't have success in life and don't have status in life, it's your fault, and
Oh.
that's bullshit.
Man, you gotta take sick and die.
Yeah, the question is, are you need this status in life or success?
Yeah,
worst-
no.
Telling you that you can be successful, but you cannot. There's too much people around, so you cannot be successful as they are. So they just luring you with that idea of you can be the next Bezos, you can be the next Elon Musk. So come on, you need to work. You need to work. And
Yeah,
working for him, and you're never getting any better. You don't get that kind of money. So what the hell? That's the greatest lie about it, sir.
Yeah, that we just choose to play music because it's much more fun. Just do your best and that's all.
Do your best and die. And that's all.
Well, I think what the guys say, it's a race, okay? Everyone's trying to race. What we're trying to do is trying to capture the art we have in us. I mean, whatever. Doom for us is art. That's what we do. We think of the higher things, something that's gonna like stay after when we die, probably soon.
I want to just play riff.
Yeah, you just want to play the verse, but I'm looking at this from the different perspective, man. For me, it's like it's something that's gonna stay after when I die, and I hope some people gonna enjoy it. You know,
What you gonna get from?
well,
You'll be dead, man.
A lot of mental issues.
I entered the Valhalla, I guess.
yeah, that's the male concept of trying to gain immortality. Some think it's I have to have children to gain immortality. Some say, okay, I create art, or people like politicians, very successful politicians like President Trump think they gain immortality in maybe killing as much people as possible. I don't know.
Killing with the riffs, huh?
Yeah. The point.
Yeah, riffs, killing riffs is way more cool than killing people. I think it's this year is not starting good for America. That much I know. But okay, let's talk about more fun things like music. Back to the music. You decided to play Doom, so you decided to not become pop stars and rock stars and wealthy and successful like Metallica.
You lied to me. He told me I got what the hell?
When we hired him, we thought he will be.
You'll be a star, sir. One day.
When I came, they were like,
We
okay,
started to tell you the truth.
yeah, we hire you. You have a 1 million, right? Like, oh, it's a Warsaw Doom version of Metallica. Here you go.
Not.
You have to
Man.
stop paying him in Monopoly money.
Wait, sir. If the situation on the world is gonna be this way, like for a longer time, maybe the Doom music will start to become popular. Like we become pop stars.
Yeah.
One day.
It's a future pop. Future pop. Man,
Yeah, just music for
It's
today.
right now pop, but the people don't get it yet.
well,
You have to dance on stage. That's the key. Always dance on stage.
I do the time.
Man, imagine someone's getting sick with COVID, right? And goes to job, like to, put the papers or something, and just listen, sick
Like
and
a lot
die.
of
You're gonna
people.
listen, you're gonna take sick and die. It's like, okay, I'm taking taking sick and going to die. I mean, it's a hit. It's pop. It's poppy. It's poppy as hell.
Right.
Yeah, I really think that that Doom is pretty popular among the metal genre, not metal culture, and our scene. But yeah, the streaming services kind of fucked the musicians over. So it's not possible to become as big as a band like Metallica anymore. It's fucking impossible to do that. But yeah, he lied. He obviously lied.
Some German, sir.
Yeah, I guess they play in Germany sometimes.
But it's good that
I'm doing it just to play music I wanna play. It's not like we have some point which we trying to reach. I just have riffs in my head. I wanna play them. I do that. That's all. That's all the point.
But anyway, who wanna be a Metallica? Have you ever watched some kind of monster? Like they walking around like some kind of
Zombies.
soap opera, and they arguing about one single little note or something like this, and they like big drama and a psychiatrist involved for every session they have with each other. Who wanna be like Metallica? Come on,
So
sir.
20 years to play shit.
Get-
That's
get-
the truth.
Get
I mean-
get real.
Yeah.
to be honest, I'm a big Metallica fan, but the reason they did this whole stuff with the therapist and everything for a band, this is really hilarious. I know, but Metallica is more like a corporation.
Yeah.
Like that's not a band anymore. That's a corporation. It's they are really working together for money, and they are not playing to play, or playing to do music or to express themselves musically. They are doing this because they earn money with it. Okay, they play. I think they still play because they love to play, but it's totally different than an underground band just going out there because they fucking want to play.
Yeah, obvious.
And I really think myself, I wanted to make music. It was long ago, and I tried to get in the band, and everything was really complicated because I'm a semi good vocalist, and so that never happened. But all I wanted for me was to be on one record, recorded, and that was everything I wanted. I did not want to be in a great band and tour and everything and be famous. I just wanted to have one CD with a few songs, and that was it. That's what I wanted.
Have you made this record?
I didn't understand you.
Wait, did you release that record?
I know I never did one because as a semi good vocalist, you really struggle to get into a band, and at that time the bands were like, yeah, you can join a band if you sound like Russell Allen, and
Nowadays,
I don't sound like Russell Allen, so that never happened. But I can say Russell Allen doesn't sound like me too. So yeah, that's a matter of character, I think.
Never too late to get your part of legacy, I would say.
Yeah, I think today it's a bit easier to get into music because the expectations of musicians are different than 10 years or 15 years ago. So they just think like, yeah, it has to fit, not you have to sound like Bruce Dickinson or stuff like that. So yeah, but maybe in the future. But at the moment, I have my hands full with writing a lot and stuff like that. And
you write lyrics?
Hmm?
You write lyrics?
No, I'm writing reviews. Lots of reviews.
I mean, have you ever written a lyrics
Oh, I tried, but it's like I can't compose, and if you can't compose, it's very very tough to write lyrics. So that was not for me. But what's your approach to write lyrics? I find it very hard to do that.
Yeah, it's really hard. So my best approach is when the lyrics just came up in my head, just like this. And I have line or two or three, and maybe I adding something all the time. I have my notes with myself, and I have some ideas, so I wrote it down. And when I writing a song and I have one or two lines, I just look into these notes. And on the last album, Hell Service Castle, actually Chris helped me a lot with the lyrics because he really feel Weird Tales vibe. So I had like one verse and asked him to write a second one, and he just did it.
Yeah, it's more likely. I thought about it like a story, like he will tell a story with it, but he just have like lines or two, so I added more to it and tried to make it like whole concept of a story.
Yeah, so lyrics on the Hell Service Cast a lot is like a teamwork.
Teamwork, go game.
Well, for me, I'm just looking at the Weird Tales a little bit differently because the last record we did was the covers, so we already had lyrics.
Yeah, because writing lyrics is really hard. That's why.
Yeah.
That's one of the main points when we made a cover EP, because you don't have to write the goddamn lyrics.
Well, in my previous bands, we played the groove metal. I was, even though I was a drummer, I was not singing. And this band I sing a little bit sometimes in the background. Like I wrote all the lyrics, but right now we did a few songs for the new record already, and I see that Dima just came up, like he said, with a few bits and pieces. Sometimes he just like repeats he has this line, he repeats it again, but in the next rehearsal he just got something new. Maybe he heard something. So actually I don't know, I feel like it might come up as of like Dima being a leader and we just support him. That's kind of how we sing. Like that's how we sang on this EP.
Yeah, you signed the peppers.
With the devil.
So you are the creative genius, okay? Well, sometimes it's like I think if I try to think along the lines of what you said, that someone has to start the creative process. And if you come up with a line and someone sees the line and says, okay, whoa, wait, he can start from there, and maybe instantly has another line to add, and maybe someone looks at this and thinks, okay, well, that sounds like I could play this. That's how I imagine that, because I never been present in the in the birth of a song. That would be fucking interesting to just sit there with a notepad and watch people doing music. It's like I imagine some people just do it like tennis. It's like, you sing a line and some other catch it up and say, okay, I'm going from here. And for me, it's just if you as a vocalist, I'm thinking from my standpoint, from my point of view, it was always very hard to come to a band and they have everything ready, and they play something and they expect of you to exactly know when to start singing and how that should sound. And it's like, we have a song here and just sing something, and it's like, how shall I?
Well, I think it's all come up to the maturity and how the vocalist clicks with the music, with the rest of the band. I mean, we have the guitarist, the main composer, who sings.
And that's why I started singing, actually, because I didn't want to mess with vocalists
there you
and
go.
explain them something. And I just decided to make it myself and learn something how to sing. Before Weird Tales, I even never sing.
I think that's totally understandable in the process, and it's perfect because Yeah, you start with one thing, and it's easier for you to access this process from that point because you're already in.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was the
and
point.
it's like
sometimes original ideas change so much. Like I'm telling you, so much than the final, let's call it, product. And I use like the situation when I came up and we were preparing for the concerts, and we played like 3 songs from the first 2 EPs of Weird Tales.
Yeah, we rearranged them.
Yeah, the EPs when in that point of time, Dima was the only member from the present Weird Tales, and I'm telling you, like one song is very kind of similar, but the other changed like drastically. And you have, and in my opinion, both of like the newer versions are so much better, even though one of them is very close to the original, and the other one is, you know, like completely different song. So sometimes it really depends. I mean, I try to look at this as art, and you know, sometimes like adding notes changes whole perspective. Sometimes subtracting, sometimes the accent, like it's
still important.
Yeah, it's all comes to the details, which they come up to this whole idea.
I think we're going to record this rearranged track.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, man, I'm telling you that like when I was listening to that old stuff, I'm like, okay, it's cool, but now when I played it live with these guys, I was like, damn, this is great. Like, you know, from 3 stars, it came out to 4.5. I'm telling you, supreme. So sometimes, and I feel like every artsy person has this, when you go into loop and you can like redo the idea, record another one, like create new, like maybe I think of something different. Sometimes it's, you gotta say, hey, it's a stop. That's my final idea. I'm not gonna rearrange that or redo this. I think you have this with the writing, I guess. Everyone has it with some creative work.
Maybe that's the point is that the bigger bands, more known bands, if they have a like hit, they can't change them even when they're playing it, because the people expecting them to play it live and they want to hear that hit from the radio, from the CD, and they, even if they want to change it like a bit, but the people will be furious about it. So we are in that comfort. We have comfort, yes. We don't have
no
hits. So we can change them and rearrange them as much as.
I'll disagree. Well, we had Sock Nightmare, and the guys told me like, hey, this song you gotta play as close as possible to the original because it's like our hit, and I put the quotes. And I was like, okay, and it kind of didn't shift away, even though like the completely different person sits behind the drums.
I changed the intro. One note still necessary,
but it's almost perfect. It's almost perfect.
So sometimes it really depends how far you want to go with the rearranging. Sometimes it's just good to keep it like raw.
When you're finding a valuable gem, you don't paint it with some kind of oil paint to make it like look better. It's already there. You got it. So why to change it? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm drawing too. I'm kind of I learned graphics, and I know exactly what you mean. It's like you draw from something, and at some point you think, oh, hey, that looks really good.
Yeah,
and sometimes you really have to stop yourself from revisiting your work. It's like, no, don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's perfect. Hang it on the wall so you don't have the urge to ever touch it again. I have an interesting question that just came up in my mind a second ago. There's a video of how the fuck is he named? It's a classical singer. He sang Nessun Dorma, and it was like he really nailed it, and he knew from the look on his face at the end of the video, he knew that that was probably the best stuff I ever did in my life. It was like he was singing and singing and singing, and as he hit the final note, his face went like, it was like, whoa, fuck.
Yes, it is.
Had you or did you ever have a moment like that where you played a riff or you played together while rehearsing, where you thought, wow, that was so fucking great?
Have you guys have perfection moments?
Yeah, of course, but you know it always changes when you see the record of this performance.
Yeah.
You cannot close yourself with it, with that reflection of it. You always can do better, and even if not, you can do something else. If you think like you hit your
Perfect spot.
it's you've done. You can do anything more. You need to forget about it and go on. Maybe you hit another spot that is even more like better. Just imagine if Led Zeppelin stops after third album and they said, "Oh, come on with
It's perfection. Well,
yes, it's perfect.
why would
It's
we?
perfect. Why we should do this song? What it's called? Stairways to Upstairs to Heaven? Yeah." And just imagine this when if they thought I think that the first record is brilliant. So if they stop there, we won't have another Led Zeppelin albums, and that will be sad. So.
I think it's like reliable to every activity you do.
Yes.
If you do something
Yes.
and you have that feeling that now this is cool. So I always in those moments trying to remember how I did it and trying to repeat that and do it better, because I never had this thing that okay, this was so good, so I should stop because I will never do better. So
Yeah, I can
it
die
was like,
now.
it just doesn't have sense for me.
And even then, you said you seen the record of this guy who was singing that Nelson Dorma, but imagine we don't have so much recorded concerts. So even if we had that moment, it's like, oh, come on, have anybody recorded it? And come on, we need to do it again. But better.
But you know, there is every Weird Tales record is a little bit different, because I'm enjoying doing different stuff in a little bit different way, because it will be interesting for me to do it. And I hear nowadays a lot of bands that do every record the same things. Every record. Just I never had this idea in my head. Okay, this record or this song is good, but I will do a new song. Riffs will be heavier or slower or something. Because it doesn't have any sense. You're just doing the same thing and trying to be better than you did. So you are not like your previous works. What's the sense of it?
Well, I bring Metallica
so I'm
once again because you love
to
them.
do new things.
Yeah, the old 80s Metallica. It's great. You know, even though
My mother was rich.
Even though personally, I don't really like the 90s, especially like 2000s and after Metallica, but I respect them for trying new things. Honestly, like, why would you do the same stuff? I mean, there's only a few artists, few bands who can pull it off. I don't know, AC/DC, they kind of do the same, right? But better. There's not many of bands, artists like that. And we not like that. We want to do something different. We just got inspired by blues. And right now we're doing a new record, which is still stoner doom, acid stoner doom.
Yeah, our next album will be the whole different thing.
But I still feel a little bit blues in there. Probably in the lyrics, though. I mean, it stuck with us. It's kind of like gaining the experience on the way, and just evolving. It's a path. And when we die, we're like, okay, this is how we evolved. It's never stable. We don't want to do same album. Just
maybe one day we will stuck with some idea and we'll just want to repeat it and do it more perfect. But for now, we had the whole field we can work on.
Yeah, it's always about finding your very own sound, and to find a musical comfort zone, I think. I think AC/DC just maybe they found their own sound, but maybe they also found their musical limits and said, okay, this is what we can do. Let's stay with this.
Mm.
Or bands like Rammstein. I honestly don't understand why this band is so fucking hyped. And all the Americans who don't understand a single fucking word they say.
Exactly.
This
Well,
is the single most rapey sounding band on this planet.
well,
It's always like, I want to touch you, little child. And it's and everyone goes crazy about that, like, oh, that's so cool, it's so dark, oh, that's metal. No, that's not metal, that's rock with a gimmick.
well,
Please
I disagree.
yourself.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I do like Rammstein. I've been to the concert of Rammstein. I really loved it. I tell you the story from my life, which it really struck me, and I started listening to Rammstein. I used to be a professional swimmer, and I went to Junior European Championship,
What's it called?
and we were swimming the finals. Okay, and the thing is, the person who got qualified as a first could pick a song, and it happened that the German guy got qualified first for one of the finals. He picked, of course, Du Hast, Rammstein. And we as a Polish team, we were sitting in one stance, and right next to us were Germans. And I'm telling you, I'm kidding you not, people went nuts, like crazy nuts when Du Hast went do da 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 da. And I'm seeing, like, I even have a goosebumps right now. Everyone went ape shit. Like, this music moved people, and I'm like, yeah, lyrics, I don't speak German, but lyrics might be a little bit off, whatever. The music, the delivery, it's perfect. Like, and you have that with different genres, right? We're not trying to be Rammstein, don't get me wrong. I love Rammstein, even though they don't know the good music.
But just imagine if he chose like Scorpions. It's also a German band, and it's
True.
I mean,
And then killing versions.
what about Sodom Creator, right? I mean, plenty of different German good bands who deliver and bring the joy. I mean, at the end, you're trying to bring something, right?
I think we're going to listen some Scorpions after interview,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course, that's the point.
I just
Sales of care.
There are definitely great bands in Germany. I know Sodom and Creator have many fans, as much as Blind Guardian and stuff like that. We have a fuckload of black metal bands in Germany. I don't listen to black metal, but we have really many bands. But I think that there are good songs, both of the Scorpions and of Rammstein, but I'm not a fan of both bands. but at least I don't hate the Scorpions, but I really I fucking hate Rammstein. It's oh man, I hate the guts of the vocalist too. It's like when I see him, I want to hit his face with a brick. I don't know why. It just triggers me in a very bad way, like a cat sees a mouse. It's like I see him, and it's like I'm clenching my fist. It's like, oh, I want to hurt him.
People like it because they are so. I don't know the word.
German. I mean,
No. I don't think they represent the whole Germany. Like,
hell no.
So they're mostly like wanted to be hated, something like Marilyn Manson's kind of thing, something
Like
like this.
Nickelback.
Yeah.
Nickelback wants
So
to
you
be
see them and you like it because people hate it, and you want to be like, oh, I'm so out of the track. So
I'm happy.
I'm happy with them. I'm like something like this, like a stubborn child.
Yeah, it's like I like this because it's edgy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is provocative and edgy, and I like it because I'm so edgy myself. I'm an edgelord, and hey, yeah, that's the stuff. I always think there are great bands who are edgy, but there are bands that are just edgy and nothing more. There are good songs from Rammstein. And I even did rock out to Rammstein when I was like 15. But that's long ago. And I think they make music to trigger old people like me. I don't know.
Well, I think you're bringing a great point with the age and like maturity to certain type of the music. Like imagine person who never listened to rock and grabs Norwegian black metal. I mean, this person would not understand the thing. You know, you gotta gradually mature to that music. Like I don't expect that 15 years old who just listened to, I don't know, Papa Roach, Metallica, Rammstein, they're gonna be like, oh, Beatles. I don't know, it probably takes them a few years.
Man, and then everybody ends with Gigi Allen. Blasted.
Exactly. And then you become the great edgelord. And you listen to Gigi Allen only.
Yeah, I remember the times when Marilyn Manson was a thing, yeah. And that was about the same time when I went to school, and Manson and Rammstein were really big in the charts and everything. And people still found it edgy. It was like, it's in your TV. It's on MTV. It can't be edgy. Wake up. This is mainstream. Go fuck yourself.
And you know, then the MTV just like stopped playing music.
Yes. Only documentaries from now on, because I think the people that rocked out to our music channel in the 80s now really are desperate to see beautiful people on the beach. What? It's like, what? But let's return for a moment to the interview part of this.
Okay.
What is your favorite song to play on your new record? Which name is Far Too Long?
Play. Not to listen, play.
The song you love to play the most, yeah.
Them because I enjoy playing all of them because they're different. They are just different, and I'm enjoying playing different songs for different purposes. You know, you like every song for some different parts. It's not like we play 4 similar songs.
But pick one.
And this one is a little bit better than this one. No, every song is different.
Maybe that depends from what you're feeling right now.
Well,
I'm feeling right now like sick and dying, and then I feel like.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I speak. I'll be courageous than those two guys. For the playing part, I like Sick and Die. For probably the, I don't know, I don't want to say, but poppiness in this, like all of us sing a little bit different. It's quick, to the point, and I think the process when Dima was teaching us that this accent is on end, not on one. We stuck and we sweated so much to make this song sound great. For some reason, I don't know why it took us so long, but then it really pays off. And playing that song is great for me. Listening though, when I listened to the whole album, I think the Hard Times, and I was like, I was not a big fan of Hard Times at first. It came up very quick. We stopped playing it, but then I listened to this on the record and I was like, that's hell. That's so good. That's great. So, as what Chris said, it really depends on what you're doing and where you listen to the music. And if you play, it's a different story, right? Do you guys have the same?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I enjoyed 3 of the songs on the album playing live. But for example, Too Fucking Cold, Too Fucking Dark, it's more a song that I can listen when I'm at home alone, for example, or walking and listening on my phone. But when I'm playing, people under the scene, they need something more punchy. So it's more enjoyable to play like first, second, and the fourth song from that album live, rather than third one, which is more psychedelic vibe.
With the third one, psychedelic and no vocals. It's
yeah.
very, I would say, for smokers. For those who look at the stars and they just sink into the sound. I mean, would you? Yeah, we haven't played it for quite some time. Yeah, it's very mellow, sort of say. What about you, Chris? What song do you like to play?
I just already told you I'm playing what I'm feeling. I like to play when sometimes I feel like I want to play this song, and sometimes I feel like I want to play that song. That was it.
Fucking conformist.
Not conforming. It's just when you don't feel it, it's like, oh, come on, it's just like that. You need to feel it. You need to like grind this fucking song.
Yeah,
Like
now
right
the
on the
best
point.
fucking time to do it for this
Yes,
song.
this is the best fucking time. I want to do this right now, and I want to fucking grind this to
And
death.
then warnings begin.
Yes, let the people bleed from their ears. And then when you feel it, the people know it. The people know it when you're playing it.
Well, you'll definitely see Chris playing it live because he dances all of that. I mean, the only concert we played, I've seen Chris dancing the most.
Then-
I mean, dancing, like performing, like he goes ape shit, crazy. I think Easy Rider.
maybe.
Is it right?
I think
Yeah,
the new version of Easy Rider, he went ape shit, and there's like the last part where we just kill listeners with the sound.
Yeah, we
Okay,
have new riffs
it's
and
just
all
like
that.
killing them, like it's sludgy
Like
more than
literal.
yeah, literally, like it's like you grab the chainsaw and you just go through the flesh and bones. Okay, and I've seen him like going ape shit, like berserk. So yeah, I totally see that.
I actually like this part, this new riff in Easy Riding, and I feel like made the whole album with such riffs.
Yeah.
It will be the whole different scene, but it's very interesting.
I don't think the listener is gonna survive. They'd be dead after the second song.
So, on to the next question. If you could dream up a tour, no matter with which band on this planet, you can decide with who you want to play.
With
What would be that?
many great bands.
Yeah.
Today
The
I
first answer is always the best.
band which I exist still nowadays or not, or any band.
Doesn't matter.
Man, today I just picked up the Split album by the Ground Fox. I guess I would play with them. I feel like that today.
I'll be a little bit tricky. I would say I would love to play at the big festival, because at the big festivals you can play with not one but many good artists. So I would say I would pick, Wacken, for instance. I still believe there's no many Doom on Wacken.
Yeah.
I think
You're not that fan?
no, really. But I feel like this kind of music should be more exposed in the big festivals. I would say Wacken, and then probably I would come up to like 4 or 5 bands which I want to play. Like pretty much every year they have a great lineup. So,
But
That's clever.
no, I got the clever. Sir,
he's gonna say Led
Sir.
Zeppelin.
No. The perfect tour or concert, it's when you're picking up like very popular band but mediocre, and then you overdo them like in the supporting part of your gig, and you need to have a fun, and everything that's making your bands bigger. It's like you're taking a mediocre band which you overplaying in your gig. That's the perfect concert, sir.
Yeah, I've seen such a concert. I remember there was like a one day.
I've seen a lot of this album.
Yeah, but I remember everyone knows Queens of the Stone Age.
Played before that.
No, they were playing before the Offspring, believe it or not. Imagine.
Fuck.
They played, they fucking nailed it. Like they nailed it. Okay, I'm telling you. And even the Offspring coming to the stage, and like I've seen some people just going home already. Like they're just like, okay, that's it. That was the main star. And
Yeah,
even the
drums are
Offspring
over.
were like, yeah, give a shout for Queens of the Stone Age. They're great, right? Like, and if you start coming after, I totally see that point of view of Chris's. Like, yeah, being a underdog and coming better than the star of this evening, that's a great feeling, I guess.
Yeah, if you are the headliner, you should really listen to the bands first before you say, okay, let's let's pick these guys to accompany us, so so you won't go broke.
Told about it. The
management.
the
fucked up.
management
Fucked up.
just did everything without
Yeah,
any
fucked up
bands
bad,
involved in this. Yeah, in such bands as Offspring and Queen of the Stone, just managers or promoters did the.
Yeah, maybe it came up on Excel that it's gonna be right move to bring those stars on one stage.
No one ever speak about this in the bands.
Yeah, that I can only imagine that the Offspring were a bit fucked on that evening. Like, okay, I forgot all of the songs that I wanted to play because I'm devastated at this moment. Maybe I will just cry into the microphone for 90 minutes and then go off stage.
It really affected their performance. Like they were just shitting their pants coming on the stage. I'm telling you.
Minus morale.
Yeah, the only option you have is to give your performance so much energy after that, so that you risk being not able to perform the next day. That is the only option you have. After this, you will have to outdo yourself 150% to have a chance to sell one shirt. Because I can't imagine people liking the Offspring more than Queens of the Stone Age. It's like, why are you here? Well, everyone is there because of the Queens of the Stone Age, obviously, because they spawned off Caius. So who is the Offspring? Okay, they have a few nice songs, but
Yeah.
oh man, yeah, I'm really happy I'm not that guy on this evening.
This felt very
Talking about music, are there any guilty pleasures you guys have musically wise? Music wise? I don't know. Guilty pleasures.
music.
Question mark.
Like what guilty pleasure? Like when you listen or you playing?
No, like you do some stupid shit which you shouldn't be doing, kind of. I don't know, like you jerk off on your bass and
No,
you're
No. It's more like I love this band, but I can't tell my bandmates because they rip me to shreds. These kind of guilty pleasure.
Remember, like you always drunk and you. This No Stranger to Love by Black Sabbath.
Yes. Yeah. It's the hilarious shit, man. When you see like 90s Tony Iommi with, I don't say it's like a bad musically, but it's like a bad taste after you playing with the name of Black Sabbath. Even the Iommi says that it's not supposed to be Black Sabbath. It's supposed to be like Iommi solo with something, but the management tell him, no, sir, it must be called Black Sabbath, and you're doing it. And they're like, living on the street, I'm no stranger. So this is fucking hilarious, and I'm playing it like all the time.
Every fucking party, when this guy gets drunk, No Stranger to Love.
If you love what you love.
Well, I don't have that feeling. Maybe because I look at the music as of like, oh, I have no problems to play Shade or like, I don't know, Sting. Like I go myself to practice.
No Sting.
And I
I
play some, let's call it in metal, for metal guys, it's gonna be like pussy shit. And I play some pussy shit, even like so pop stars. And after that, I smoothly go to like black death metal. And I just, like play like one back to back. I don't know, let's say the Offspring. I played the Offspring and then Behemoth. And it was like, okay, it doesn't really make sense. I don't call it guilty pleasures.
I must tell you have some serious issues with your
Yeah.
music stores there. You're like,
If you fucked up on your head, you don't have guilty pleasures. If you just fucked up.
Yeah. I don't feel guilty about playing that song.
Yeah, me
But you
too.
It's not like crying in the cabinet guilty, but it's like okay, I know I'm not cool doing this. It's not like I'm not riding into the sunset cool doing this.
and they start to listen.
So sometimes we're doing the glam parties, blasting some token.
Yeah.
Token. Kurwa. Token.
Where
Token.
I think for all of us, glam might be a guilty pleasure. Not playing, but listening to. I mean, we don't play glam. I think.
No.
But we will.
Not yet.
We will
Wait.
grow up.
Don't spoil the surprise.
And you're gonna call it gloom.
Yeah. But it's
the potential for rearranging things, it never stops. So you can just pick stuff from the Sunset Boulevard and say, okay, we will do Metal Crew, but in Doom. That's always a possibility. I will tell you guys what my guilty pleasures is. I am a big fan of AOR.
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 I'm
It's
not
a metal band?
No, it's a subgenre for old guys. It's adult-oriented rock like Journey and Survivor and Foreigner, stuff like that. I fucking love it.
What's so guilty about it?
What's your best song of Journey, sir? And I tell you mine. You tell yours.
Oh, that is hard. I really fucking love Mother Father. But
Separate
Don't
ways.
Stop Believing is great too.
Separate ways, man.
Yeah, that's great too. Several Ways was in an episode of OC California, as the sidekick drove in a car, and the main actor said, no, the other way around. The main character was driving in a car, and he was listening to Journey, Separate Ways, words apart. And he was like, mean-faced, and he was totally rocking out to that. And his sidekick character was like, ooh, what's that shit? And he goes like, that's Johnny, don't you dare. It was like, he was a bulky guy, and he was kind of scary, and it was like, don't you dare, it's his Journey. And I had to watch it from there because I found that was really cool.
You see a man who's cool, who listens to that shit, and you think, oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. I want to be cool like this guy.
The scene you were saying, you said it in a kind of Austrian accent, and I just recently I watched the Conan the Barbarian with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that came to my mind. The Manowar, that could be a guilty pleasure.
Manowar.
No. Manowar was fucking great.
That's so dumb.
If you really want to have a great laugh with Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's like watch Predator, the first movie.
Oh, yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Get into the chopper. That was fucking great. Look into the camera with this mean face, and you look like a fucking action hero, and he's bleeding, and saying, if it bleeds, we can kill it. It was like, okay, I really have to watch this with a German synchro, because it's too fucking hilarious to hear him speaking English, because he was never able to shake his accent, or he never truly tried. I don't know. Maybe he's all okay. It's trademark. People love me anyway, so fuck it. It's but I'm a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, me too. I watched in one holidays, like school holiday. I watched Terminator 2 like over 100 times, like twice a day. So that videotape was so worn off that I even couldn't play it.
So you didn't have it on the DVD? You had it on the tape?
No, it was the
VHS?
time. Yeah, VHS.
Oh my god!
I had it on VHS. I watched like twice a day. I was waking up, putting that video on, and I know this movie by heart. I can tell you like story about it. It's a bedtime story about Terminator 2 and how
That's pretty.
Yeah.
rescued John Connor.
For interviews in English, it's always hard because I watch these movies in German mostly, so I can't properly cite some themes. But I really love Terminator 2, where the T-1000 enters the helicopter and just says, "Get out," and it's like, okay, sure, I will jump out of this helicopter. Why not? Okay, okay. That was the same stuntman that flew the helicopter through the tunnel. That was the same guy that jumped out.
Yeah. But when you see liquid polyoil or whatever that was, polyalloy, getting into your chopper, you're just getting out, sir. That's the point.
So yeah,
Maybe I would have jumped too. Yeah.
I mean, you can hear we probably don't have music guilty pleasures, but definitely watching the old movies, especially with those like action movies. That I would say that's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, Hell Comes to Frogtown. My best one.
And all those B-class movies with like, I don't know, Steven Seagal or even worse.
Well, Steven Seagal is good. He's a Belarusian guy now. Our buddy.
There you go. That's a guilty pleasure.
But
Musically-
Steven Seagal is the ultimate guilty pleasure. Yeah. He outdoes Schwarzenegger in cheesiness by a factor of 9,000, I think. I really think he can do martial arts, but in the movies he always moves so slow. It's like, hey, I could kill you if you move slow like that.
Run around him.
Even me, a fat old guy, could kill you.
Come on.
It always looks so slow when he kicks and punches. It's like, and then you watch a Jet Li movie of the 90s, and it's like, okay, he punched you 150 times, and I blinked, just like that. So no, no Steven Seagal.
Very fast, faster than your eye can see. So it looks like he's moving slow, but he's really faster.
He's a real champion. He just doesn't move if it's
Yeah.
not necessary.
So they had to do it slow-mo because he was so fucking fast.
Yeah.
He goes up around.
Maybe that really is the slow motion of someone moving at
Yeah.
10 times sonic speed,
Maybe
and then it
You
looks
know-
wacky. Okay.
maybe you know that thing from Flash. He can vibrate his particles in hand. So do the Steven Seagal. He just like vibrating his particles and stick his hand into the guy's heart and like rip it out.
I will just have to Google that. Maybe I can do an interview with Steven Seagal in the future, and then I will have to ask him.
Play Weird Tales in the background. It's gonna work.
Yeah, maybe he's a fan and we don't know about it. I don't know.
Secret.
Sick and that.
Mr. Seagal, if you're watching this, maybe some secret donations, sir.
Yeah, go out there and tell people about Weird Tales. We know you're a fan. You know it. So, guys, I'm out of questions. I'm out of ammunition for this interview, and I thank you very much for being there, for having time for me, and I will advertise this hard as fuck, of course.
Thank you for having us.
And Curtis sent me the stuff, so I will write a review too, and we will see what happens. And I'm really excited to hear what the next steps are for you, musical wise, and maybe you do some cover stories of 80s glam bands next. Yeah. And I will try to make the term hardcore blues the next new wave of British heavy metal stuff. So maybe we will all get a bit of fame. I interrupted you. Sorry.
And we want to play in Germany someday.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We had this plan on the previous year, but you know, fucking Corona. I hope the music industry and live gigging will come back soon.
Yeah, I think not before June, but I really have high hopes for gigs?
Well. I already purchased the ticket for Mystic Festival, which is like in June. So I mean, we hold our thumbs, as I think, as of Germans. United States, we cross the fingers. I really want to go for Mystic Festival, and that's beginning of June. So let's hope. Let's
Are you
hope.
going to play there?
I don't know, let's talk to my manager. Well, which is you, right?
Talk to my lawyers.
Okay, guys, let's call it a wrap. Thank you very much again, and have a nice day.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Have a nice day.
Same to you, sir.
Enjoy the record.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, Dennis.
Bye.
Tschüss.